Welcome back. Well, the equity markets have been holding up. Let's figure out what's happening with the commodities. We've got Manisha Gupta joining in. Manisha, hi again. You were earlier telling us that there's, in general, a bit of a cool-off happening. What's catching your attention right now?
Well, I'm looking at the crude oil prices because $2 shaved off overnight, and we're looking at some resistance, some buying on the lower side at this point in time. You know, it was 3% of decline on Monday, and this is after 5% of gain in the previous week. It is as volatile as it can get. The strength in US dollar index is yet another thing that's weighing onto the markets. We are back above 107 onto that one. Well, the street is looking at Trump planning to raise tariffs by additional 10% on Chinese goods, 20 to 25% on goods from Mexico and Canada as well. That would mean inflation. That would also mean higher prices. But what would it do to demand is something that the streets really seems to be analyzing at this point in time. Also, reports of Israel and Hezbollah ceasefire agreement have taken the premium off the prices. Markets, though, are keeping an eye on the escalation of war between Ukraine and Russia. Apart from that, Iran also has announced plans to expand nuclear fuel production, and this could bring more sanctions from US on Iran. So that's also a developing story there. The other thing is really about OPEC and allies, which have a meeting on 1st of December. This meeting now has been turned online. They wouldn't be going to Vienna in person there. And the fact is that you could be looking at production increase being postponed yet again in the month of January. This could go on for Feb and March as well. This is yet another thing that's taken some prices off there. Well, apart from that, the Trump transition team could approve export permits for new LNG projects, increase oil drilling. We have seen issues on offshore and onshore because of that. So if that starts to come in as well, that would mean more oil supplies from US. Even at this point in time, at 13 million barrels per day, the US crude production is near record highs. The UBS, in the meanwhile, says that the Brent crude prices will continue to trade within this range. $75 per barrel is an average that they see for the rest of 2024. For the markets, it's going to be a truncated week. Remember, Thursday is a holiday for US. Friday closes early. So most of the action is expected today and tomorrow. And within that as well, it continues to be quite volatile is the expectation.
All right, we take that point, Manisha. The good part is that the OPEC meeting, which usually happens in Vienna, now happens online. So you won't feel that bad not being in Vienna and reporting from the studio itself. But